And here we are in another moment, another possibility to bring a curiosity to how emotions come and go and what keeps them here when we're sad, lonely, angry, frustrated. What keeps them here when we're have this sensation is I'm doing something wrong. I should be doing something differently. And being curious about that phenomena that happens to human beings, having emotions that we traditionally define as uncomfortable in that whole complex of loneliness, sadness, and then on top of that, anger and frustration. And I'd like to invite in curiosity today, not of what we can do differently, but curiosity and curiosity. Well, maybe there's something we can do different. And curiosity of the body sensations when we have emotions that we define as uncomfortable. To describe the sensations that we're having with those, with that kind of a gnashing of my teeth. That's what I'll describe it when I something something is like, oh, okay. Um, yeah, something that is happening inside my body. That no, I have a belief that it's stimulated by thoughts, by stories, by stuff that's usually been around for a long time, things that I've been taught. And I'd like to teach myself to be curious and to listen to those emotions and stories, starting with describing the sensations. Sometimes it feels for me like there's this spinning downwards, and I'm trying to crawl up the sides of a funnel that's pulling me down. And to be able to listen to that, bring presence to that, be open to experiencing whatever you're experiencing with curiosity, with wonder and not necessarily needing an answer, but just being curious about these sensations we have, these incredible complex human beings. Um, I'm also curious about this sort of demand we have on ourselves to be happy all the time. Um, Maybe you don't have that. Uh, to dance all the time in a joyful way. And we can invite that in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting that. Nothing wrong with putting some music on that's more likely to put us in that kind of state. And I'd like to develop the practice of compassion for myself, curiosity about my emotions, the stories about my emotions. and have a sense of like, oh, hello, yes, you were here. There's probably some stories accompanying you being here. And I can watch them come and go and fall apart as well with with those sensations. With that, just allowing myself to be here, allowing myself to feel. And with that, as we explore those body sensations with curiosity, curiosity of like, oh, what part of me is has any words that go with that sensation? The most important thing for me is compassion. Not saying you must be doing something wrong um, because you're having these sensations. I don't want to new age should myself, if you know what that means. Really like to develop curiosity and compassion for myself, for all of the range of emotions without getting attached to the stories that might be going on with them. And I and I have a sense of lightness that gets interspersed with that. And let me highlight one of the stories that comes with being with strong emotions. It's like I've spent all this time being with these strong emotions and they're still here. And you yes. And if you're trying to make them go away by giving them compassion and presence, good luck with that. Um, more helpful to me is to notice that there probably is some sort of attachment to stories, attachment to some idea of like why this is happening, and then it just makes those emotions stronger. So breathing in compassion and listening, and that part of me that I'm guessing is will be part of me until I die, and that is part of every human being that at times feels sad and lonely and grieves. And we can offer compassion to our loved ones without any reassurance, without any explanations, without any suggestions that they get curious about their emotions. And then come back to ourselves with love. And if that's too much, we can love a kitten. Something that's easier for us to love. I don't know. Um, but just the possibility that we can hold ourselves with curiosity and hold our loved ones with curiosity, particularly during times when there's really high emotions. Our capacity for healing a lot of words around their emotions may be compromised if we're having trouble being with ourselves. Have you noticed that? When we have loved ones, it really wants to hear us, and we can't even hear ourselves. So it's hard for us just to listen to them without a brilliant idea of how to fix them, heaven forbid, without them asking. Man, I don't see any neutral people at the moment. I did text somebody neutral this morning before this, somebody I don't know very well, not knowing what they're going through, just checking in. I find that when I get in, like, I give myself compassion for my emotions, and I can check in with somebody else. Letting it for me, knowing that I'm not alone in having strong emotions or having any emotions at all is just super helpful. I checked in with somebody neutral, not necessarily checking in with somebody who triggers me, but and that's a possibility, right? I really want to be magnanimous, and right now I can just sort of honor them and their maybe stories about me and how it was stimulated strong emotion. And then hoping, wishing, giving the blessings to all beings. May we be able to be curious about our weather, more intimate with welcoming all of our emotions, with compassion and tenderness. And if it's too much, eating a piece of chocolate. That's my way of saying, you don't have to muscle your way through really, really difficult times. You can find strategies for easing whatever is here, making it more pleasant, and hoping that all beings benefit from our practice of compassion, acknowledging our interconnection, and being here together in this beautiful world. Thank you.